Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. So far our garden this year has been very plentiful in the pepper production. I have a massive amounts of jalapenos, and while the most of those go towards making jalapeno powder, there are still some of them I would like to cook up, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. I found a recipe in my Seriously Good Chili Cookbook that I thought sounded delicious, so today we're going to be making a jalapeno popper chicken chili. The ingredients I'm going to be using are, of course, some chicken, jalapenos, onion and bell pepper, red bell pepper. For seasonings, I have a mixture of freshly ground black pepper and salt, cumin, chili powder, and paprika. Down in here, I have a couple of cloves of minced garlic. I'll be using white cannellini beans, corn, cream cheese, a can of diced tomatoes. I'm using fire roasted today, but the recipe doesn't call for those. I think it'll just add a little extra bit of flavor, and I've also got some chicken stock. The bacon and the cheese will be used as toppings later on. These are just about 4 or 5 pieces of bacon that I've cooked and crumbled up already. And then this is freshly grated sharp cheddar cheese. You'll also need about a tablespoon of oil, but I've already got that over in the pan on the stove. So let's get moved over to there and start bringing our chili together. In my pan, I've gone ahead and heated up the olive oil, and I'm going to add in my peppers, ouch, and my onions, and I'm going to try not to get splashed by the oil. Real life happens, y'all. And then I'm going to also add in my garlic, and I'm going to let these saute for about 5 minutes, just until those onions start to soften up a little bit. Now that my vegetables have started to soften up and my onions are turning translucent, I've moved them over to the side of the pan, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my chicken to start browning this up. I also want to season this with a little bit of that salt and pepper. Add just a little bit more salt and pepper there. That should be good for the moment. And then I'll go ahead and incorporate that in with the vegetables so we can get all that chicken up underneath and making contact with the bottom of the pan. I've had the chicken cooking for about 7 to 8 minutes now, and it looks like it's been cooked a little bit on all of its sides. So the next thing is to add in our spices, and again that was cumin, chili powder, and paprika. I want to be sure to stir these around and get it coated in all of our vegetables and chicken. Oh man, that smells incredible already. I do love the smell of cumin. It's so smoky and earthy smelling. And it adds a really nice flavor into chilies. Okay, now that I have that stirred in, I'm going to add in my can of tomatoes, including the juices that they come in, and my chicken broth. I'm also going to add in my cannellini beans and the corn. Now that this is starting to come up to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and drop my heat down to low, cover it, and allow it to simmer for about 30 minutes. After simmering for 30 minutes, the chicken is cooked completely through, the vegetables are nice and tender, and it's now time to finish off the chili by adding in the cream cheese. Once I get all the cream cheese broken up and melted down into the chili, I'll let this simmer for probably about another 5 minutes just to bring it back up to temperature before I splash it all over the stove. No, honestly, before I get it served up in a bowl, I'm going to be topping it off with some of that bacon that I had cooked and crumbled earlier, as well as some of that shredded cheddar cheese. The chili smells incredible, but the real test is going to be in the taste. So let's dive in and try it out, see what I think about it. So make sure we get a little bit of everything. I'm going to try and put that spoon down just long enough to tell you guys how good this bowl of chili is. I definitely get the jalapeno flavor, and I do get that jalapeno popper vibe from it. The only thing I'm really missing is the heat. Our jalapenos this year are particularly spicy. We've had a lot of dry weather, so it's kind of stressed our plants out a little bit, which has caused the spice level in our jalapenos to be just a tad bit hotter than they were last year. Not that I'm complaining, I like them that way. I think the next time I make this, I will probably leave at least one whole jalapeno in there with the seeds and everything, just to give it a little bit more spice. But overall, I will make this again. It is definitely a worthy bowl of chili. But that is going to be it for me for the day. If you guys have enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you tried this recipe out, let me know how it turned out for you. And as always, thank you all so very much for joining me today. I've been Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.